Hey fellas, it is your boy Rux.
Hey guys, quick disclaimer, I just want to say sorry that I don't have a fancy visual, so I put up this gameplay footage of me playing Donkey Kong Country 2. I don't have anything prepared for this, so yeah, there you go.
And today I want to talk about something kind of important. And sorry that I'm a little quiet. I'm trying to be, courteous of my partner who is asleep and our roommate. So I want to talk about the subject of who am I as an artist, or where am I as an artist? Because it's like some of the most important shit is realizing that you're not gonna find out who you are right away, and it may take you a long time, it may take you a short amount of time. It's just kind of the journey that comes along with being an artist in any sort of medium, especially, this case as a music producer. But there's no easy way for me to, explain, hey, this is how you get to that point. Like, I can't do that for you. Nobody can. Only you can. And you have to realize that some of the things that you're going to go through as a music producer, especially in electronic music, is you're going to go through so many phases depending on, how long you end up doing it for. Maybe you will get into music production and you don't like it as much as you thought you did, and maybe a couple years later you'll stop. I mean, I've seen it happen before. I've been doing this for 15 years myself, and I've not thought about quitting. But there have been times where I thought, is this really something I feel like continuing? And of course, every medium will have that kind of, you might have that kind of a thought, but it's really up to you to, power through it or decide to say fuck it. And we're all going to go through those phases. I remember when I first started making music, I was fucking, it was 15 years ago. The first thing I started making was I had no concept of genre. It was a little bit different at this time because there really wasn't much of an electronic music scene. It was very, very small. Today it's a little bit different, but I'll get into that at another time. So I just made generic electronic music that didn't make any sense because it was I had no frame of reference. And in my opinion, that's a good thing because I didn't have somebody to copy off of. But there's also a disadvantage to that. I had nowhere to go, and I couldn't just climb up and learn because there was literally nothing, for me to search up to find out how to make some of this shit. I just had to come up with what was in my head. Now, if you just got started recently, and by recently for me, I mean at least 3 to 4 years ago, and from right now, you have it a little bit easier in the sense of you can find a direction to start going and learning from. And that's a good thing because that means more people can get into doing this sort of thing and really know what they're doing at a, earlier age. I didn't have that. So that's kind of why it's taken me as long as it has to get to this point because I don't know. I fell through some phases, and that's kind of where I want to get into talking about how sometimes going through these phases can be good, but also bad. They can be bad because you pigeonhole yourself into one specific genre, and you get too comfortable to a point where you stop learning. Once you get to that point of where you are so comfortable that you literally don't learn anything new, that's when I feel you should move on. You've conquered that genre, it's time to move on. Genres, like I said, can be good and bad. For me, I started to drift into when I discovered I think it was happy hardcore. I got in my old alias was DJ Two Tails. You could probably still find some of my shit lying around somewhere because I was signed. I did happy hardcore music and I was pretty good at it, and I got really good at it, which is something that can happen if you do the same genre for a while. You can get really good at it. And after about a couple years, I stopped learning. I got kind of stale, and it stopped being kind of fun, which kind of sucked for me because I make music and it's supposed to be fun, right? That was one of those first drop-off points for me where I realized, who am I as an artist? Is this something I want to keep doing? And then other genres started rolling in, and I started catching wind of them, and I started learning, and it was fun again. For me as an artist, I chase that challenge, and that challenge is what really drives me. And for you guys, you have to find what really drives you to continue, be it the same thing that I have to chase, or maybe you've got friends that make music and you guys want to just compete, which is something I also used to do, and it was really fun. It's something that helps you continue and motivates you. aside from just knowing I can make music, so I'm gonna do it because I want to make what I want to hear. After that phase, I trickled from happy hardcore to like hard dance and hands up stuff, which was like music like Cascada, Every Time We Touch, and music by Tune Up. The guys that created Vengeance samples, they produced all of that music. They were the ones that did that, and then they created their own sample company. And Vengeance, we all know Vengeance pretty fucking well. Here, I'll insert a Vengeance sample right here. Yeah, you like that, don't you? I don't know what Vengeance sample it is because I'm recording this ahead of time, so fuck you. Anyways, but pigeonholing yourself in a genre and getting too comfortable with it is a bad idea, because once you get too comfortable, you'll probably end up sitting there for a long time, because that's something I fucking did. I want to say I was dormant in one specific genre for fucking 5 years. 5 years of me just doing dumb shit. It was in my high school, around my high school time, I got into making shitty screamo pop, like emo pop garbage, because I thought, hey, maybe this is what my friends would like, or this is what people would like to listen to. And after I did that, I realized I was so unhappy with myself and I didn't like it, but I convinced myself I liked it, which is what's bringing me to this next part of this topic, is finding out, are you actually making music because you want to, or are you making music because you're trying to appease other people? Because it's happened before. I've seen it come up a lot. And when you get to a point of making music for other people, it's not fun. You can't convince yourself that it's fun unless you're, I guess, somebody who wants to make music for other people specifically for a living and sell your music to them. But to me, in making electronic music, you want to make the stuff that you like. So why should you care what other people think? That's what it is to be an artist. You don't really, you don't make stuff to appease other people. That's a business. You're not a business. You're an individual who is an artist that makes music that maybe eventually down the road you want to monetize in some sort of way. But I think this has kind of gone on too long, so I just kind of want to recap. Basically what I'm trying to say is, it's okay to not know who you are right now as an artist, because you're going to go through a vast journey. And once you figure it out, you'll know. I kind of know where I am, but at the same time, I still don't know for sure. But things are making a little bit more sense to me now, and that's relieving to know. It's a very relieving feeling to have. And just don't pigeonhole yourself to one specific genre. Experiment and do things that maybe you've never heard of before, because you might just discover something you're good at doing that maybe isn't even a thing. And I think that's pretty important. That's how you find your, signature sound, or whatever the fuck you guys want to call it. I'm not sure what else to talk about, so I'm gonna go. Hope you guys like these little late night talk videos. I was just in the Discord and I got into this discussion with somebody in there, and I thought, hey, this would be pretty cool to talk about, so I'm gonna do it. So that's what I did. So thank you guys for watching and listening, and subscribe and share videos. That'd be pretty fucking helpful. I'm gonna go. See you later, guys.